Hi, dear cricket fans. Welcome to Cricket Happenings. This is Ram with you with Cricket Happenings. We are looking at the match which is currently underway between India and Sri Lanka. India and New Zealand in the first one-day international of the Tie series, which is being played in Dambulla today. And India are doing absolutely badly right now. I'm giving you a live cricket update. Right now, I do see that they have lost one wicket here. They have lost the wicket of India chasing 289 to win the match. Just now have lost the wicket of Praveen Kumar, who Scott Taylor bowled Oram for one. Jadeja is not out on 8. Mithun is not out on 9. India have a stiff task. India is almost out of this match now. I think New Zealand have done a wonderful job to restrict India to 68 for 7 after making 288. As far as the day's proceedings are concerned, this pitch, it has been a batting pitch. It was quite easy, but in fact, New Zealand also actually won the toss and actually found themselves in trouble because Praveen Kumar and Ashish Nehra actually bowled in good areas and actually got the wickets. The first to go today was Guptill, who was caught behind the bowling of Praveen Kumar for 11 with two fours, 11 of 6 balls with two fours, and then Peter Ingram followed him for 12 of 17 balls, two fours. He was caught behind the bowling of Nehra. In fact, Nehra and Kumar were bowling very. Praveen Kumar were bowling very well, and they were striking. They were bowling on the right areas. And Kane Williamson, who actually made his debut, was clean bowled by Praveen Kumar for a duck. So on his debut, he got a duck. So 28 for 3. Like New Zealand were really looking in real trouble with Praveen Kumar giving the breakthrough, and then Nehra joining him and taking two wickets. So after that, what came was a record fourth wicket stand between Scott Styris and the captain Ross Taylor. Ross Taylor really led by example here, and Scott Styris was absolutely superb. Both of them combined into a 190 run stand, which is a record for the fourth wicket for New Zealand. And they took on the score to 218 from the 128 for 3 in the seventh over. They took on the score to 218 in the 39th over, with Ross Taylor playing very well. In fact, playing really a captain's knock there, and also getting the boundaries at times. And eschewing his favorite slog sweep stroke, which he normally used to do, the slogging over mid wicket that he normally does. He played like a real captain there. And Scott Styris was, for his age, he was playing very well. The way he was actually stroking the ball, coming down the wicket to the spinners and hitting them over the top. Both Ross Taylor and Scott Styris started doing that with customary regularity. And Abhimanyu Mithun had 4 overs for 24. He was very costly. Pragyan Ojha was the best of the pick. And let me tell you, there is some turn in the pitch too. There was some pitch turn too, and Pragyan Ojha was the most impressive bowler. 10 overs, 1 for 58. His figures really don't reflect it, but he bowled really well. Ravindra Jadeja went for plenty. 9 overs for 63 for Ravindra Jadeja. Yuvraj Singh 4 overs, 1 for 23, and Sehwag 3 overs, none for 17. Both of them actually took the score on to 218 when actually they lost their fourth wicket after Styris was clean bowled by Pragyan Ojha for 89 of 95 balls with 9 fours and 1 6. And then suddenly there was a collapse from 218 for 18 for 4 when Styris departed in the 39th over. New Zealand actually collapsed. The 70 last seven, next 70 For the next 70 runs, they lost all the 6 wickets, with the Indian bowlers really holding sway and doing very well. Suddenly there was a fall of wickets as Jacob Worm was LBW bowled Nehra for 14. Grant Elliott was caught behind the bowling of Yuvraj Singh for 7. Gareth Hopkins, the wicketkeeper, was caught Karthik, bowled by Praveen Kumar for 10. Tuffy was caught Ojha, bowled Nehra for 19 of 13 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. And Kyle Mills was run out for 9. And it was Ross Taylor who was LBW bowled Ashish Nehra for 95, missing his century by 5 runs of 113 balls, 8 fours and 1 6. So basically this total was totally built around that 190 run partnership between the captain of New Zealand, Ross Taylor, and Scott Styris, who put on 190 runs for the 4th wicket. 95 to Taylor, and Scott Styris making 89. Both of them missing their centuries. Andy McKay was not out or not. 288 all out for New Zealand of the 50 overs, with Praveen Kumar 9 overs, 3 maidens, 3 for 43, the best. And then Ashish Nehra, much better than Praveen Kumar, 9.5 overs, 147 runs and 4 wickets. And New Zealand got a very good target score on the board, 288. But the pitch was looking easy. But India have done themselves no good here, because the opener started off very well. They put on 39 in 7 overs, with Sehwag stroking the ball as he normally does. And it went on. But suddenly, from 39, Once Virendra Sehwag, the openers were dismissed in the space of two balls, back-to-back balls. First to go was Virendra Sehwag, who was caught behind of the bowling of Mills when he tried to he had a tried to flick a ball down the leg side, got an outside edge, and Hopkins poached the catch, and Virendra Sehwag was gone. Caught Hopkins bowl, Mills for 19. Dinesh Karthik followed him to the pavilion. LBW bowl, Tuffy for 14 of 20 balls with 2 fours, and then the procession started. So 39 for no loss at one stage, India. 2 wickets going in Cook's again, both the openers gone, and suddenly the pressure started mounting with the first two. After that, Rohit Sharma, two new batsmen at the crease, Rohit Sharma and Yuvraj Singh, but Tuffy was all over there because Tuffy actually was bowling very, very well, and he had the wicket of Rohit Sharma too, who was caught by Taylor. In fact, his part at the ball outside the off stump. Ross Taylor took the catch at first slip, and he was walking for 4. After that, Yuvraj Singh was joined by Raina, but Raina couldn't last much as he was gone. Caught Styris bowl, Tuffy. As I said, Tuffy was almost everywhere, and he was also involved in the run out of Dhoni. There was a misunderstanding between Yuvraj Singh and Dhoni was run out for 2, and that was Tuffy, who actually off his follow through came in and backhanded, backflipped the ball onto the stumps, and Dhoni was gone, run out for 2, and India were 53 for 5 at that stage. And then the only hope there was Yuvraj Singh and Jadeja at the crease. But Yuvraj Singh, once Yuvraj Singh went, it was all over for India because Yuvraj Singh was caught Taylor bowled Ken McKay, who got his first wicket, and he was gone for 25 balls with 1 4. And then, as I said, Praveen Kumar just now out, and so India are. And let me see the what is the latest update that I have here, dear cricket fans. As I said, this is a live cricket update because today I have not been having time. I have to rush for my office right now. Well, right now they are 75 for 7. Ravindra Jadeja is not out on 14. Abhimanyu Mithun is not out on 9. India require another 214 runs in the next 29 overs with 3 wickets, and only the tail enders for company now, other than Ravindra Jadeja, who could bat a bit. But well, dear cricket fans, it doesn't look any happy for India. India has definitely lost this, according to me. I don't find any hope here. 75 for 7 currently in the 22nd over. With Ravindra Jadeja not out on 14, Abhimanyu Mithun not out on 1. The bowling first, Kyle Mills. The Pacers have been doing very well. Kyle Mills 6 overs 2 maidens, 1 for 22. Daryl Tuffy 8 overs 1 maiden, 3 for 34 is the best. And Ken McKay 5 overs 1 for 10. And Jacob Oram 2.2 overs, no maiden, 9 runs and 1 wicket. He's currently bowling right now. And dear cricket fans, let me see whether I can cover some latest here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go live into the match and see whether I can just keep on giving you some cricket commentary. So the it's the 22nd over right now in progress, and New Zealand and India chasing 288 are struggling right now, 75 for 7, almost out of the match right now as far as this first one day international, the Tri-Series is concerned. Because India require another 214 runs with 3 wickets standing, and 29 as Oram comes in and bowls to Jadeja. Jadeja gets one onto. In fact, he flashes outside the off stump and actually beaten by Devali from Oram. So 4 balls from Oram. The first ball from Oram, Jadeja had actually punched the ball down to the boundary. He's 14, but I don't find any hope here, dear cricket fans. I don't think I'll be able to go the whole hog here. Because as I said, I'm definitely getting late for my office. What I'll do is I will try whether I don't have much to share, but what I can do is I'll try to see whether I can come up and in the evening, because by the time I come it is late at night. So if I can actually catch up with that and just give you a slight summary, but I'll try my best, dear cricket fans. Sorry, this was a live cricket update. I couldn't really go into the nitty gritties of how the match really panned out. That's it, dear cricket fans, for Cricket Happenings. And thanks very much for your tremendous company, dear cricket fans, subscribers and friends. Keep this going. And this is Ram signing off. Thank you.